I think I may have already told Danny this, Bobby, but I've been doing some
I
substitute
think.
teaching,
Oh,
and I reached a student today.
nice.
Yes, and it was a seventh grade science class talking about STDs, sexually transmitted diseases,
Hmm.
and they had to, and again, make a slideshow about it. Well, choose one of eight STDs and then, and then make a slideshow. Slide one, its name. Slide two, is it viral or bacterial? That's, and then slide three, how do you get it? And again, there would be the odd kid who would accidentally do a Google image search and just, oh my God, you shriek in class as they,
On
you know,
their computers or on their
yes, on their
phones?
computers, each individually on their little computers,
And there's
you
no
know,
blockers to keep them from looking that up?
from learning. There's no blockers to keep. If they want to know what genital warts look like, by gum, they're going to learn what
Thank you,
genital.
Google Chrome. You've
Yeah,
got Chromebook. Yeesh.
yeah. It's on the Mayo Clinic website. Uh, so this one kid did not want to do the work, and I was an assistant teacher in this class. So someone else was taking the lead. It's like, would you just sit with this kid? And I'm like, dude, let's just do this and get it done. I'm telling him how to cut all the corners.
Was the teacher not cool?
She was overwhelmed. She was cool, but just overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, seventh grade class, and I'm like, all
Hmm.
right, so what'd you pick? And he's just like points at a genital herpes, and he's got his hood up and his headphones on, no
And I
eye
unzip
contact.
my
I'm like,
pants.
just search it on the internet. Great. Click on the Mayo Clinic. Awesome. Copy and paste it's a treatment. Da, da, da. And I'm like, are you reading what you're doing, or are you just copying and pasting it? And he gets to like the treatment, and I kind of insist that he like reads what he's writing, and he reads the part, and he looks up at me, he makes eye contact.
Mm.
This child being tossed
Child.
aside by the
Mm.
educational system. He's already lost three strikes against the kid already, No,
Mm.
no one cares about him. No one thinks he's ever going to amount to anything. And
Then you pull
he,
out your lasso.
a lasso, had a very different analogy in mind, but we'll go with lasso.
All
So
right, all right.
I lasso the child, tie him up, and he looks at me and he's like, "It doesn't go away. If you get genital herpes, it'll hurt when you pee forever." Like,
My
yeah,
work here is done.
yeah.
And you disappeared into like spots or something on the floor. Some oozing sore on the floor.
I disappeared
Yeah.
in kind of a rashy smear of red and
Someone,
broken
yeah,
skin.
yeah. Wow. That's the worst thing. I love the idea that you're reaching to this kid also by giving him, guy, I'm gonna show you how to cut some corners. You don't need to do this. This is ridiculous.
Oh,
Okay, I'm listening.
oh.
I listen. Just copy and paste, change a couple of words. That way it's not plagiarizing. Oh, let's slow down.
Exactly.
I got
Exactly.
an A plus.
Yeah.
And you're like, thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're constantly subbing all his classes.
I didn't teach him about genital herpes. I taught him how to learn.
Wow. About genital herpes. He's like, hey, Mr. A, I got a question. Uh-huh. What about, so you get to be, you have like a
Yeah.
cool nickname.
Yeah, Mr. A, me and the other kids have decided to call you Mr. C plus. I'll take it.
that's, that's the music to my ears,
Yeah.
kids. All right. I was just from the moment you set it up, it sounded almost like Scared Straight, but with like STDs. You
Oh,
have a bunch of
mhm.
retired porn stars. Like, is this what you want? As they pull down their pants.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
jeez. And it's all fun and games until this happens. Like, oh, God.
I was going for like, well, the Illinois standardized testing has released their annual scores. Good news, Cook County increased their score 0.02%. Like, that's me.
Boop, boop,
That's
boop.
me.
Arnett effect.
Would Mr. Arnett please stand up to be acknowledged by the teachers here?
Yeah, and it's like,
Low clap.
yeah, that never accelerates.
Yeah, it's just like three
Yeah.
people clapping.
It just stays
That's
as a slow clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, you're all supposed to join in, and it turns into a rousing chorus, and I'm carried out. No,
Clap,
Mhm.
clap, clap.
you get a 0.02% clap.
Yeah.
You get a C plus clap.
Yeah, there you go. It's
I
sort of
got
it's arrhythmic. It's not very good. No one's doing it. No one's really enthusiastic about it. Like,
Hmm.
God, I mean,
Um,
so what age? This is a dumb question. What age range? A seventh grade is like 14, 13, 14,
12, 13.
12, 13. Yeah, that's a tough time to reach them through anything. I would imagine
Yeah.
a lot of brick walls.
Well, there's a lot of no one is there's no more detention, there's no more like in-school suspension, or kids aren't even really held back anymore. So
Mhm.
a kid straight up was like, yeah, there's nothing they can do to us.
Jeez, really?
Yeah. Like, really? Yeah. Like, I mean, can you get held back in high school? Oh yeah, they'll hold you back in high school. They won't let you. Okay, but eighth grade, they'll send you to high school having done zero work. Correct.
hmm
All right. All right.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, I was telling my kids about like when I was in middle school, the room for detention was called room 5. That's all you need to know. And the wall, they had a door, and it had like the window on the door was covered up with cardboard, and it just had a 5 on the door. It's like you don't want to go to room 5. I never got to go. Not got to, never had to go. But I was like, that was terrifying. That was scary enough. It's like maybe that room was empty. For all I know, it was a storage room. But the implied menace of room 5 was enough to keep me
Love
scare
it.
me straight. Yeah.
Love it. Just the theatricality of it all is
Mhm.
ideal.
Mhm. They
Yeah.
just have like a loop of someone like a heart like sound effects of someone screaming behind the door. Uh-huh. And that was a kid who was chewing gum at, oh, okay, I'm all good.
Oh no.
This is what you get for pencil fighting. No. I'm out. I'm out. I give
Mechanical
up.
pencils only from now on.
Oh yeah, trying to explain pencil fighting is another. So what you do is you hold a pencil, and the other person would you chop with their hand, not with their hand, with a pencil. If you found a really good pencil, you held onto that pencil because some of them are really, like
Can I pull out the eraser and then crimp the metal piece?
Mhm.
No.
No. If you ever wanted to get kicked out of the league, sure. The league? Oh yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, you asked why my fingers were mangled. I was the best.
Yeah.
And there was always somebody who had this like reverse grip where they would snap their
Mhm.
pencil down. Some
I have a, I have a,
southpaw.
I have a
under-
brother in 8th grade. He told me about it. Yeah, it's like performance enhancing. Someone told me how to do it better.
So they would try to jump up and add like the force of gravity to it. Like you can't.
Yeah. Nope.
You have to be sitting.
That's right. So much of the teachers at someone like, okay, guys, the playground is littered with broken pencils. So until we clear this up, no more. Whatever. It's like, we're just pencil fighting.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Why don't we try fighting with our pencils and paper with reports we're writing on the Constitution? Stop throwing things at me. Why are you throwing
All these broken pencils?
These sharp broken pencils.
like perfect weapons?
Back it up, yeah, right.
Welcome to the Maximum Party Zone. Yeah, this again. Greetings.
Greetings. Here we are. I have an apology.
Okay.
Oh,
And then sorry.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Bobby.
Oh, hello, Bobby. I'm
Hello.
Danny.
Hi, Danny. And
I'm the other one.
last week or a couple weeks ago, I remember saying, "Gosh, someone should start another book fair because it feels like Scholastic has the corner." Someone has done that because it's called the Literati Book Fair. So someone has gotten ahead of this, and they're out there poaching some of that market. That's
Okay.
all. That's my apology. Is like, well, I didn't know. That's my apology. It's not really. It's not much of an apology. More of a.
I just didn't. You didn't do your due diligence.
I didn't think like, what kind of idiot would start a second book fair? Well, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
This is more like a editor's apology and less of a like a correction than an apology. So, anyways,
Right.
Although literati makes me think either paparazzi or Illuminati.
Yeah, that's
literati.
Yeah, it's like, are you people obsessed with books or are you secretly obsessed with books? And
Mhm.
well,
Remember
the secretly obsessed is the illiterati.
You love literati. Hey, we're gonna take over we're gonna take over the world. It's got a D on the end. What? World. Sorry.
We meet in room 5.
According to our mission statement, we
We-
do.
yeah,
Hey, you get it. We don't care about books. We don't care about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Stupid. Learning is dumb.
who wants to read the
Look
minutes
at
from
you
last
with
week?
all the one-syllable words.
The minutes from last week.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. I'm out. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's tough.
45. It took us 45 minutes. Great. That was last week's meeting.
The minutes. The minutes are very like, okay, how long?
Okay.
That's good.
Apology accepted.
All right. Yes.
Apology.
Yeah. I don't really feel that bad, but I felt like it. I know someone out there really, really mad. They're like, there's another book fair out there, man. Come on. It's not just Scholastic anymore. It's all different now. Jeez.
Well, I've been laying in some of the other. Bobby has submitted some other musical bumpers for segments. Danny, feel free.
Awesome. Okay.
Get on that train.
Get on a GarageBand.
Any number of
Yeah.
programs are
Okay. All right. Okay. I could get another clarinet, buy a saw, and do a
If you could play the
record.
saw, you should play the
Yes.
saw.
Yes. And
I just need a violin bow and some rosin.
okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that.
Could you just buy a violin bow, or do you got to buy the whole thing?
Yes. Yeah, you can just buy a violin bow, but they're not exactly cheap. Like I honestly at this point I don't know how much they cost. It's been so
Let's
long.
do this. I'm gonna Google it. And
Okay.
you all let's ballpark it. What are we betting here?
Oh, for a single violin bow.
A single violin bow for a full size violin.
I'm gonna say $49.95.
I was gonna say 30 for just a bare bare bones violin, but
Okay, well, this is a place called Fiddler's Shop,
uh-oh.
and there might be a cheaper one on Amazon. Well, the Fiddlerman fiberglass violin bow. I am assuming Fiddlerman is a good brand. $44.99.
Ooh, I was close.
Damn, Bobby!
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
Damn!
that's not bad.
I was going with back in the day. That's
that-
the price I was.
like you're out of the game. I'm out of the
Yeah,
I'm out of the saw playing game. I feel like playing the saw is like doing a backflip. Like if you can do that, you should every day. Like I can do a backflip. Oh, that's cool. I play a saw.
It was always crazy, like the audience reaction.
Yeah.
Like just how freaked out they get and laughing at you. It's like, no, don't laugh at me.
That's amazing. I guess for anyone who doesn't know the context, it was a show many years ago. Was this the Honor Finnegan show?
Yep.
That's right. And then Danny learned how to play the saw very well, in fact. And it was quite a crowd pleasing event when it happened. And
spectacle. Yeah. It was definitely a spectacle.
Yes. It always is. And I remember playing at a friend's wedding, Peter's wedding, and I remember saying that like we play. It was myself and a bunch of other people in this thrown together band. I think we played a "They Might Be Giant" song, and I remember saying like we got applause after it was over inside a church. And I proudly say that we stole God's thunder that day. Take that!
Dearly beloved, we are here for that saw.
Hell yeah!
Sweet. That's fine. How long did it take you to do that? Oh, sorry, Bill.
Well, I was going to ask, What do we think the most expensive violin bow on fiddlershop.com is?
I mean, Fiddler Shop, those guys, I don't like them.
150.
Two, 300.
You guys are far too low.
You're kidding.
I wish I wasn't kidding.
Is it cat guts?
Handcrafted by Marcin Krupa, 60 grams. This stunning violin bow has been expertly made by award-winning Polish, oh boy, atelier, which I think means someone who makes violins. Marcin Krupa, handcrafted to exceed all expectations. Well, it certainly exceeded y'all's expectations on price. Any guesses? This guy has won awards.
All right, I'll say $1,300.
4 million.
It's going to be between those two numbers. $5,000.
No.
Before
Wow.
you rush to your computer,
Way less than 4 million.
It's sold out.
Ah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you read that description? Handcrafted to something like more than you could ever imagine. What was the wording? That's a very funny way to sell it.
Exceeds all possible expectations.
Right. It's like, I don't know if that's anything you could ever say about anything. This exceeds all possible expectations. Like, I have pretty goddamn high expectations, to be honest. I don't know.
Try this bow.
Fully gold mounted with the highest quality ebony frog and solid eye.
Nothing. This means nothing to me. None of these words mean anything to me. It's like,
yeah.
I like any kind of sort of subculture is hilarious. It's like, this is a Krupa.
Whoa. Is this frog teak? I requested an ebony frog.
One moment, sir. I'll be right back, Mr. Musk.
I remember when I was really into clarinets, like you always wanted, like I had several different plastic clarinets, but you always wanted a wood clarinet for its darker sound. You always wanted to sound like a French horn was always like, I had one teacher tell me that's the tone you're going for. Like, instruments are always trying to sound like other instruments, and that gets them to their peak sound or whatever. That's at least per one instructor, and it kind of made sense that you would try and sound like that, and you would never get there, but you would get a cool sound. But the fancy pants best clarinet was the Buffett clarinet. And it was like a couple of thousand, and that was always like my fantasy of like, oh, one day I'm gonna have a Buffett clarinet. Never got there.
Play
Never
that thing all the way to Margaritaville.
Yeah.
It's tie-dyed. That's right. Okay. Smells like a coconut.
That is
weird, right?
I'm just trying to imagine all those songs with heavy clarinet.
Yeah. It's like you and Kitty G, like, oh, hello.
Oh. Saxophone, eh? Sopranos. Soprano sax.
Oh, interesting.
Whatever.
Whatever, dude. There's
Yeah.
always Kenny G is like the guy who owns all those sort of would own that violin bow just so someone else couldn't have it. I don't ever play it. I just like to know that no one else can either. Jackass.
Evil villain.
Gee. You turned into a James Bond villain. Yeah.
The G is for gangster. Oh, I didn't know that. But only in certain circles.
Speaking of gangster, I was seeing in the news.
Real fast. If we're talking about news, is this Have You Seen?
It sure is. Have you seen?
Have you seen? Well, have you?
So,
I'm sorry. Stepped on you.
No, that was great.
For everybody listening, we had a long conversation before we started recording about trying to cut back on the crosstalk.
So far, so good.
Which is the opposite of silences. And then either everybody or nobody. Like that? Okay.
So, gangstas.
Yeah, just a quick one first. In Haiti, it's not going great. The guy in charge was basically installed by the good old U.S. of A. And no one's happy with him, and he's like, I think not even in the country because they want him out and want him replaced. But one of the possible replacements is this gangster, a Haitian gangster, and he goes by the nickname Barbecue. And it's just like,
Delicious.
yeah, like, how do you, why do you still go by that name? If you achieve a modicum of power, how do you not leave?
Have you had his brisket, Danny?
No, I thought he made different sorts of no, I haven't. It's really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
should be like
mustard base, or is it more of a red sauce?
Well, it's Caribbean. It's got kind of
Mhm.
a spicy and tropical fruit angle to it. It's very nice. Man, this is so good. You should topple the government.
Yeah. I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
I'll think Yeah, I came over to take him down, but he had me sit down to dinner, and afterwards, I love the guy. He's great.
Where do I sign? El Presidente.
Yeah.
El Presidente barbecue. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually.
Everyone's required to eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So much pork.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
man.
you seen our new currency? They're wet wipes.
This is really good.
Yeah. It cost me $40 just to clean my hands.
I'll see your wet wipes and raise you 4 wet wipes. They're gambling with Kraglin. Like some pork rinds.
Well, that's that whole thing about Genghis Khan and Mongolian barbecue, where it's like, but it's like, hey, all of his soldiers, when they were done marauding and pillaging and non-consensual lovemaking across the continent, they would turn their shields over and have this delicious meal. It's like, are we celebrating
Are you a
this?
PR person for Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan.
Like, why are we celebrating this?
Yeah.
What happened so long ago? Oh, so there's a line.
It's so good. So good. Someone had to come out there and they had to chill all the different toppings so that you could go through and make the shield. And one guy's like, someone's like, can I have these as a wrap? I guess so. You're
Speaking of which, there was another story I wanted to bring up, and it's about the whole thing going down with Shohei Ohtani, the world's greatest baseball player, possibly of all time. Sorry, Babe Ruth, who both pitches and hits the ball incredibly. There's some weird stories have been retracted and thrown out and changed around. Stories have changed, but basically there there's been a lot of money spent on these betting rings or something like that, like a lot, like millions of dollars. And it kind of goes back to Shohei Ohtani. And, obviously you can't gamble in baseball, so it looks very weird, but they fired his translator, I think yesterday, and he's getting the blame for this, but the way it's being presented, it looks like they're trying to change the stories keep changing, that it's like, is the translator taking the fall for Shohei Ohtani? Because his image is super pristine, because mostly because he's so incredibly private. Like over a couple months ago, he announced in just a short message that I am now married. I love this person. Please respect our privacy. And that was it. Like no one knew that he was dating anyone or anything. And not that you have to, but when you're the most incredibly talented baseball player, usually that sort of stuff gets out. And he's like the king in Japan as far as sports heroes. And now there's this huge controversy. And it's just kind of funny to me,
yeah,
just a translator, no one knows what Shohei is saying, and maybe he was just pulling a fast one on him. And
wow, it makes me think maybe all athletes should have a translator to blame. I mean, if Kobe had a translator,
with the non-consensual
lovemaking,
alleged
non-consensual lovemaking.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
In
come
Colorado.
on, man. You gotta. Oh, dude, you're my translator, and I'm gonna have to let you go. Thank you.
Someone's taking Otani-san, tell me, always bet on black. So yes,
No, wait, I said that. Not Ohtani.
not him. I'm sorry. I will be committing ritual suicide, of course, after the.
Right.
No, 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 no. You're just gonna move
Right.
up to another team. Okay,
Okay.
So
cool, cool.
the theory is you think Major League Baseball is protecting him, or the team is protecting him?
It's weirdly, even on ESPN this morning, it started out as headline news and then it disappeared to a smaller story, and now it's not even on the front page anymore. I know March Madness is happening right now, but
Mhm.
that's not until there's an upset, or something goes like it's a little strange. It's a little bit like the UFC just had lost a lawsuit against them, and because ESPN shows is a partner of the UFC, suddenly like that, it's a tiny blurb about, about this thing that they were in the wrong. They were clearly in the wrong to preventing these fighters from getting paid more and sort of doing monopoly-ish tactics to
Yeah.
uh, control what the fighters are getting
Mhm.
So
paid.
clearly, Major League Baseball is also betting on baseball.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
the only, and ESPN
Wow.
as well.
Well, it's not like that Otani needs money. That's what's so funny. Like with the betting, if he is betting, because he doesn't get paid like hundreds of millions of dollars over the next few
Yeah.
years. So it may just be like,
Oh,
I just like the thrill of the game. I don't even need the money. I just like gambling. Like, okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Um,
yeah.
it's like, but not as much as
Just
my interpreter. Like, come on, man.
uh,
Come on, dog.
happened to him. Apparently, I was hearing some report today that because they're doing a weird, the opening day is I think was in Korea somewhere. For I don't know why it wasn't America's pastime. The opening. I mean, they're trying to grow
Hmm.
the game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
yes, and he's an Asian superstar, so even though he's Japanese and not
Hmm.
Korean, and they have certain tensions, like he was being received good. Anyways, I said all that up to say he was hanging out and laughing with his translator during the game, and then he
Ah,
gets fired like the next day. Like it all seems a little odd.
a
Mm.
little, how do you say fishy?
Oh.
Sushi, sashimi.
Mm.
A little
Sashimi.
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 Sashimi. Hmm.
Sashimi. A little
Yes.
sashimi.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, speaking of Shohei,
And
he's a
pitching.
great pitcher, yes. Perhaps this is a sign we now go to the opening pitch.
Son of a bitch. All right. Okay. I'm gonna need some help on this.
Okay.
Okay, but here's the
Okay.
basic idea: is someone, so this guy in it's called this guy named Joe Leary, and he has a show called Conspiracy Leary, and he's a guy who blames everything on some kind of wide-ranging diabolical conspiracy against him, but it's just all of his bad choices, but he blames it on other things. So if
Okay.
he gets a parking ticket, he's like, the government's watching me. It's like your meter ran out. Yeah, likely story. He doesn't take any blame for it. So everything is a conspiracy, no matter what. Like, hey, this waffle fries aren't nearly as warm as I'm being poisoned by Chick-fil-A or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's the idea.
I love it. I know that person. I hate that person, but I
Mhm.
love making fun of that person.
Yeah.
Yes. They credit themselves with for good luck, but blame someone else when they screw up.
Absolutely.
Is
I love it.
McDonald's squeezing extra grease into my fries? How else could I possibly explain my weight gain?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sorry I'm late, everybody. Clearly the traffic light timing was fiddled with in order to make me delayed.
It's like you're 35 minutes late. Exactly. That's a long time, man. Whatever.
Think about it. We couldn't get the meeting. We couldn't get started on time. It wasted all of your time too.
I know. I'd be mad at you. Let's get some signs out there. No, someone forgot to set my alarm last night, it's like you did. No, 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 not me, baby. I'm a steel trap when it comes to getting here on time. You're late every day of the week. Uh huh. And why is
Someone
that?
used a
Hmm.
mind control ray to make me have a second order of chicken wings when I was at BW3s. I was on the toilet all night.
Honey, you knew I would never be unfaithful to you unless a certain set of conditions were in place. as they were last night at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Gross.
Oh,
It's like, I'm
hold
not
on.
so upset about the affair. I'm more upset that it was at Buffalo Wild Wings. Was it at least with a waitress? No. What's going on? What happened?
The
Another
line cook.
Come on. Sorry.
Somebody served me 4 cups of coffee this morning, causing me to urinate all over myself at the office. Ugh.
Who here in this office did this?
I find out, like, someone stole my lunch that I forgot to bring today. I forgot to bring. Wait a minute. I definitely put in some money on that check when we all went out to dinner. Someone must have stolen my credit card. Dude, you didn't do anything. So on and so forth for 9 seasons.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But then maybe, I guess, if it is a TV show, does he like help other people with their ridiculous problems, or he can see other people's minor
Foibles, yes.
mistakes?
He
but
works for
can't-
the CIA, and
Mhm.
that's why he's like, so, I work for the CIA. I would know about conspiracies, but I'm not allowed to tell you about that.
Mhm. I like it.
Well, there was this one time.
Yeah. I like the spy with loose lips. Oh, you'll never get out of me unless you ask real nice. Come on, man, that's weird.
Maybe after a second drink.
Yeah, 2 drinks in. You know what else to do with those missiles? I'll tell you where they hide them. They hide them in Mount Rushmore. Shut up.
I'll have to tell you all about the secret invasion plan. So, ooh, my hand's a little itchy. No, it is. It's just itchy. It got any calamine or why is my hand itchy? Has this happened to you? What would you do to get your hand itchy? I don't
Why are you handing me money?
like
Yeah, this
grabbing
is weird.
poison ivy. What's going on?
I don't need that. Like fistfuls of poison ivy and yanking on it like a rope. This is awful. This is the worst.
I
Some
know I've
7th
got
grade-
itchy hands. Stop giving me money. I don't know.
Money's not going to pay for this. It's too itchy. That's crazy. Rub some.
It's gonna take at least 48 to 72 hours.
Ah,
What's your money going to be? This is barbecue sauce all over. What are you doing? Here you go.
now I have to
maybe
rub it off on my privates.
What? No, no one
I
said
didn't want to masturbate, but now
Mm. Look, if your hands are covered in barbecue, what else are you gonna do? I don't know where we're going with this. I don't think
get
we
some
could even
wet wipes. Do you think those just grow on trees? Do you
show
think,
with
yeah.
a briefcase full of barbecue, and I think this will take care of those secrets just nicely. Oh, yes, interesting. I'm not
It's like dripping out of
liberty.
the seams.
Yeah.
The barbecue, the case. Like, ooh, gross.
It's so sticky.
God damn! You don't need to have a handcuff with a briefcase. Just your hand sticks to it. Ew! It's so sticky.
They left it on the bar, and they go like ah, just rips off like part of the varnishing.
All
Oh.
right. You have to pay for that. No problem. Click. I can't get this open.
I think you'll find this offer much to your liking. It's spelled licking, but it's like much to your licking. It's
Do you understand?
finger
Like,
licking.
the suitcase briefcase has those like, instead of numbers, you have to like it's letters like B Q. Click.
KFC.
BBA.
Oh, think, damn it. Could it possibly
What
be?
could it be?
Look. That's funny. Liquid in a suitcase is a pretty funny image. Well, sir, going to the TSA. Could you mind stepping over here for a second? Yeah, no problem.
Do you have any liquids in larger than 8-ounce containers?
No sauce
No.
liquid?
Not a liquid.
It's not in a container.
All right, on your way. Enjoy your flight.
Fair enough.
Rip.
They run it through the X-ray machine, and like sauce like jumps on the camera, just like
As it goes through, the guy's like, I'm gonna take a lunch break. Stomach, like, oh, let's go. There's some short ribs in there. I gotta go. Oh man, this is hard.
Got the little swab where they detect for bomb residue. That's the wet nap. You know how much these things cost? In Haiti, this is like $20.
They swab it and then just suck on it. Got to keep checking. No.
Gross.
Tuck a napkin into the shirt. Hold on one second.
Bob Squad, we got one.
Call it Bomb Squad. Give me some corn on the cob over here. Maybe a couple of like just some white
Biscuits.
bread.
Sweet
Biscuits, honey
tea.
bun. The whole time, Logan International shut down today due to a barbecue scare. The guy's like, yeah, all around his sauce, all around his mouth. Yeah, I think we've got the situation under control.
Yeah. They've got everyone like wearing nice suits, but they have just big stains on it.
Handprint stain.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So someone came to the airport, a traveler came with a briefcase full of barbecue sauce and food items, and you decided it'd be a good idea to close the airport while you ate it all. Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's yes. Any other questions? That is correct.
Travelers were stranded. They were in the air and on the ground as you were dining on some random person's suitcase barbecue. Yes, I don't know. It's
that is correct.
We went over this. The media. If you guys would just,
it's the media's fault. I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's the media's fault. You guys try and find conspiracies in everything. When
just
you don't.
A simple barbecue lunch, purloined from someone who's coming through the airport in a briefcase full of barbecue sauce. It's simple.
It's an open and shut case. It's an open, eat, and then shut the case.
Good job. Your Honor.
Yeah, that's it. In summation.
Summation, that was delicious.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and everyone's just like kind of half asleep. Like, oh, so good. It's stuffed. So
with the jury, they've all got bibs on and just stuff all over their mouth.
I'd like to submit into evidence. Hey, wait, on my barbecue. There's no evidence.
The jury is smeared with barbecue, and they're just looking at the judge's robes, and he feels it like, no, not my robe.
No, case dismissed.
They're chasing me.
I'm wearing my white dress robes today. This is horrible. It's the worst.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
horrible timing.
That's legal precedent. If the judge just has emergency explosive diarrhea, they can just throw a case out. No double jeopardy.
It was a brown robe case.
It's right here on page 582. Okay, well, I don't know. State statute here. Okay.
Yeah. We have one hope to win this case. They've caught you red-handed, blood all over literally red-handed. It's one way to win this thing. We've got to somehow have convince the judge to somehow give themselves explosive diarrhea. We'll send some deep dish pizzas to his house.
Called Gino's East. Thanks again to Gino's East for sponsoring this podcast.
And just to be perfectly clear, their pizza does not cause explosive diarrhea.
Just to hear there.
Unless you want it to.
Right. Your Honor. Your Honor. I'd submit. It's like, what's this? Uh-oh. It's like, this judge is lactose intolerant. I've got an idea. Okay.
Yeah. Submit to the court Exhibit P, pizza.
Wow, this is highly irregular. Speaking of irregular, have a bite.
I can have a bite and still be objective about this case.
Bribing him straight in front of that going, I guess he could be guilty unless you like pizza. I do like pizza. Okay, well.
I hope you're not bribing me. No.
Also,
I just happen to have a stack of pizzas that wasn't all right. Okay.
Oh, they're so hot.
I can't finish all of these.
I'd like to submit Exhibit D. What does it stand for? Oh, just wait. A few minutes. Exhibit D will be here.
Just hang tight. We're going to get off of this. Don't worry.
Oh, Your Honor. A little hot in here. How you doing under those robes? So warm? Fine. I don't know.
Bailiff, can you turn up the AC and
grab me a glass of milk of some. I need something to some Pepto-Bismol to settle. You know what? Yeah. Uh-oh. We're adjourned. And that's how
the jury, please make a hole.
Move. And the bathroom is just off the court. Just off the.
I'll be in my chambers.
Why is it so close to the bathroom? I don't know.
It just you can hear everything in the bath.
Get these
Like the
damn
whole
robes
jury is
off
just
fast enough. These robes are
Like, oh,
impossible to unzip. Oh God! Right.
oh God.
what have I done? Why'd I do that? Oh, this guy's so guilty. He's so guilty, but I had to let him go. He clearly killed that woman, and now I gotta let him go. Oh,
I'm racked with guilt
Oh.
and these cramps.
Oh.
Oh God! Gee. Ah, ah, I should- ah.
Okay.
Hey, I said I'm better. No, wait, I'm not bad.
Oh no, I'm out of toilet paper. I'll just use my robes. No one will know.
You're a dishonor. Hey, that's not nice.
What do you mean? What's going on? Was everyone looking at me strangely?
boy, I know, and I know what was it? That move the old lapel microphone bit where someone has the lapel microphone on and they go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think like Naked Gun kind of
Naked Gun.
Yeah.
second one. I think did that pretty
Mhm.
good. I thought it'd be funny to have one of those things where it just somehow it follows somebody all the way home, and the guy's like in his car, do, and like arguing with his wife, and you hear everything. I mean, somehow the microphone can broadcast, tens of miles away, and he's just with his wife, having this angry thing, and the crowd is just still sitting there listening to it all, wrapped by this guy's, hours later. And he's just like singing to himself to the car radio, just like, and everyone's like, I can't believe this is happening. And he comes back to work the next day. It's like, have I had this thing on all night?
Oh no!
Oh, how you heard everything?
No.
Wow.
Popcorn.
Yeah,
You need to listen to your wife more. Oh, no, not you too.
you heard that part too? Yeah. We heard everything. You used the bathroom 4 times.
Yeah, you watched Twilight twice. That's too much. I
didn't get it the first time around.
What's not to get? Whatever. Anyways,
It's
they're all guilty.
sparkle and
So, hot take on the vampire mythos. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Well, sure. Okay, that's fine.
I thought they were great.
Hmm.
Speaking of
mythos,
mhm.
we're gonna
Real
try
fast, before we launch into our next segment, we did miss an opportunity for soiling the legal briefs, but I just want to
man.
That sounds like an apology.
oh, for next week. Okay.
Yeah. Save it.
So yeah, we have a new segment up here, right?
Yeah, new very hard sci-fi take on a post-apocalyptic universe, and we are calling Wasteland USA, and the first episode's coming up right now. "20 years ago, the world as we knew it was destroyed by the greenhouse effect and nuclear bombs, but mostly the nuclear bombs. Now, the United States is overrun with gangs of maniacs who only follow one rule. There are no rules. My name is John Steele. No H, E on the end. Confused? That makes 2 of us. That's why I get behind the wheel of my badass muscle car, looking for answers in what I call Wasteland USA. All right, Skull Kicker. Step away from my car, and no one has to get hurt.
Maybe you'll be the one getting hurt.
If you just step back, no one, including me, has to get hurt.
What if I don't want to step back?
Then someone's getting hurt.
Well, if someone has to get hurt, I hope it's you, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I feel the same way.
So someone does have to get hurt.
Not if you step away from my car.
And if I don't?
I just covered this, right? Someone's getting hurt.
Actually, you said no one had to get hurt.
But you're not stepping away from my car.
Right.
Okay, if you step away, no one has to get hurt.
And if I don't step away, then what happens?
I told you someone was gonna get hurt.
to be that guy, but you said.
All right. Well,
Wow.
can't wait to see what happens next week or so, depending on how the editing
Well,
goes.
I mean, it's actually being recorded in a post-apocalyptic
Mhm.
wasteland, and you just don't know.
Yeah.
Finding an editor.
Mhm.
They have time to do that? I mean, I guess they have all the time.
Mhm.
Like, do
Mhm.
they have
Right.
9 to 5s in post-apocalyptic?
Mhm. And still magically haven't run out of canned food yet. I don't know.
Mhm. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean doesn't sound like it's that bad,
Mhm.
honestly. So
Yeah.
know, we'll see where
Can't wait
it
for the next
goes.
installment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wasteland USA.
Mhm.
Well, then that means we're going into this and that.
This and that.
Mm.
All right, we've
All
got
right. The cup is
Yeah.
getting low. It's getting lower. So every time we use a movie or two, that's pretty much what we're tuning in. We combine two different movies, this movie and that movie, and come with a new movie. And we've used a lot of
Maybe
movies.
if we just
So
did
this is what we have
this
left
and
right
this, we would keep all the that's
now.
Ooh.
and not run
You're
out.
right. We're almost at it. We are almost out of that's. Okay, so here we go. A couple
Indie
of movies.
rom-coms.
Mm-hmm. It's like reality bites me. No good. Okay. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Love it already.
Ooh, yeah, great.
Going in the
Great.
going into the used pile. Going in the used pile. Meets Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Young Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Someone who a seventh grader who's just getting reached by his teacher, who is like, "Hey man, how about archaeology? Oh, tell me more about archaeology." Well, here's the thing: you have to let somebody else find the stuff for you, and then you take it. It's Belloc. It's this twist.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's the cool kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can certainly see the principal being like, all right, your punishment for being, for detention, Saturday detention is you got to go down to the basement, and clean up down there. And then they discover like Goonies or something. They discover some secret tunnels or something into the basement of the high
Yeah, a
school.
secret tunnel or a map, and then that sets them off on their adventure of self-discovery.
Mm-hmm. And treasure, but mostly self-discovery. But there's some treasure too.
They learn a little bit about what's underneath the high school, but a lot about themselves. But they don't like what they find out about themselves. That's
yeah. So they just focus on the treasure hunt, which is actually
much like we do.
Ultimately, much more.
They learn some pretty.
It's like I don't want to know too much.
Learn some pretty miserable things about themselves. Wow, I'm a butthole. I'm a terrible person.
Just so deeply, deeply flawed.
Yeah.
I'm just
the time I've wasted doing nothing, just going for a C+ when I could. Wow, I hate what I learned about myself.
My life is not worth living. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hold on. There's treasure. I'll go on.
Listening.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, maybe you don't need to be looking within for answers. You need to look on the outside. Okay. With worldly things. Okay. Like a new car. Okay. Okay. And so on and so on.
Just surround yourself with people who don't really care about how terrible you are. You'll be fine.
I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with being shallow. Look at all these puddles. They're fine.
Yeah.
No one cares.
And they have reflections just like the ocean.
I like the idea.
Makes sense.
There's some writer who was really proud of their shallow puddles metaphor that they worked into the movie. I like it. Okay. Raider.
Okay, should we move on? Another one? Another one? Here we go. All right, here we go. First one. Our first new one is Enter the Dragon.
Ooh.
Bruce Lee, martial arts movie.
Bruce Lee.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Classic tournament movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Enter the Dragon meets Night at the Museum.
Oh.
Okay.
Enter the museum.
Karate tournament.
He has to fight his way.
It's enter the museum. It's like, that's it. Do you have your tickets? Yeah. All right.
Did you
This
buy
way.
your tickets
Huh.
before or no? Are you an Illinois resident? No. Ooh, could have got a discount.
I do. I have AAA.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
well, we're
Do
All
you
back
right.
on
pay for
track then.
parking?
That's good.
You need a stroller. If you
Hmm.
buy your lunch now, we have some special certificates you can use in the museum. Oh my gosh, can I just get into may I enter the museum? Well, certainly.
The fight is to get into the museum. You have to pass 9 levels of. It's a sort of mix of game of death
Yeah.
meets Enter the Dragon meets Night at the
It's all
Museum.
historical
There are 9
questions.
levels.
We do have some
Right. Oh my God.
premium learning exhibits. We have a 3D movie, The Great Shark Hunt.
Hmm.
Perhaps you'd like to be interested in that. You could buy your
Hmm.
tickets now or at the door. Just so you buy them now, it's a little bit cheaper.
The
Oh my.
gift shop also offers a discount. Can I just get to the museum? Only 8 more levels to go. 8 more level. What time do you guys close? 4.
Oh,
All right.
My kid wants to see a mummy. Can we just do that?
What do I need to do? Who do I need to barbecue to get through this?
I do like the idea. Maybe
Mm.
Bruce Lee or some former Asian martial arts, underground fighting ring champion. Because I mean, you can't.
nice.
How long can you stay in that game? That is a
Mhm.
young man's
Yeah.
game if there ever was. I don't know what the oldest UFC
Tell me
fighter
about
is,
it.
but
Tom Brady.
Tom
No.
Brady. But now it's the thing
Mhm.
where he's like a tour guide at the museum, but he's like totally
Mhm.
awesome, and like,
Right.
but hates his job, hates his life, and it's like the idea that like that guy, some high school kids like figure out, oh my gosh, yeah,
You so and so. At the same time, a group of terrorists break in to steal a very ancient, expensive
mhm.
gold
Yeah,
something
some
or other.
golden scarab from the Egypt wing, and
Mhm.
they've got it. Yeah,
And he's like, spread out and find me the scarab.
Yes.
Like, that guy's scary. Of course he's
yeah,
European.
yes.
There we go.
Europeans equals evil.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the way
Mhm.
they dress up in the garb, so when he's fighting different periods, like he's fighting Egyptian people.
I like it.
Oh, that's how the bad guys get into the
Yeah.
museums. They
Yeah.
take on the
Mhm.
different roles, and they got
Mhm.
people dressed up like cavemen. And okay,
Yeah, cosplay-ish. We never explain why they
Mhm.
need to do that. They're just there hiding out in the various exhibits. Like he's fighting cavemen, he's fighting Egyptians.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cowboys.
so often you got that whole
Right.
kind of Mr. Miyagi stereotype where he's very, very wise and patient,
Mhm.
and says these things. I'm sure it's probably ruffles some feathers. Maybe a little appropriate.
Mhm.
But I love the idea of just like a super impatient, impulsive Asian guy. It's just like not
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
well,
go.
come
Come
on.
on,
It's
man.
like you're supposed to have all this wisdom, this inscrutable,
That's
this wax on,
racist.
wax
Okay,
off.
sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah. Wax on,
Yeah.
wax off your face. Is that it? No, I
I'm
was
sorry,
threatening to punch you. If you don't,
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you for the wisdom. I'm threatening you. Oh,
All
sorry.
right. Hmm.
Let's move on.
yes, Sensei, do not bow. Do not bow.
Mm, Don't do that. That's so weird. So weird.
Okay, we this and that it. Okay.
Anyway, here we go.
Okay,
That's it. There
yeah.
we go. Okay. We're getting, yes. Well, I mean, add some more movies, some more, like you said, some more uh deeper deeper
Yeah.
cut movies that
Mhm.
are can
Some
spur things on.
classics. Throw some classics in there.
Some classics.
Mhm,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Mm-hmm. 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 All
Well,
right.
I had a fun one, you guys.
Yeah. So did I.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
You
Very
have
fun.
something written on the
Nice.
list here. Next week on. Do we have a next week on? Do we have?
Do I have a next week on?
Does anybody have a next week?
Uh-oh.
We have a next thing we
A
should think
pitch.
about. Should we we should throw out an idea that we have to do for next week. Next week is you can do that. A musical
No,
week.
no.
We're going to be doing fully improvised. No.
Next week on MPZ, rating snack cookies. Okay.
Okay, I can know that. There we go.
We all went out and spent $85 on Little Debbie's.
Hmm.
I had a joke about Little Debbie's that company needs to make, rather than like a child's cookie, like a fancy adult cookie that just, is with these interesting flavors and things, just called Deborah.
I thought
New oatmeal cream pies from
Yeah,
Deborah.
yeah.
That was just
Oh.
nice.
an after hours
Oh,
try our naughty cookie, the Madame Deborah.
Naughty.
Madam Temper.
No, thank you.
Also for our line for husky children, Big
Big
Debbie.
Debbie.
She's got
Big Deb.
Big Deb.
Big Deb.
Like Big
Coming
Deb
in.
would be like a sports bar kind of a thing.
Mhm. Big Debs. That'd be. I like a. I like a sports a snack cake themed
Protein
sports
bar,
restaurant.
Yeah.
The Big
Buffalo
Deb's
Wild
like,
Wings, but
Hmm.
it's Big Deb's.
that's what
And they have all the little
Everything's just so sweet here. It's just so sweet.
Big Deb's just
Mm.
knocking softballs over the fence. Yeah.
Can I get an order of garlic parmesan snack cakes? Well done, please.
Mm-hmm. If Deb knocks one out of the park, everyone gets a round of
Big
Kool-Aid.
Deb, big.
That's too much sugar. She's
Yeah.
calling her shot. What-tink? Oh my God.
Wow.
She's got quite a swing.
Yeah,
I'd love
Big
that. That would
Deb.
be hilarious. When the restaurant owner just comes out periodically and just,
Everybody's
hey,
like,
everybody.
"Oh!"
It's like set up the batting cages and it's like, it's
Yeah.
actually like 20 minutes still. She gonna hit it out? I don't know.
She's a college softball legend.
Just a lot of grounders. Like,
Come on, Big
it
Deb.
was fun a few minutes
She
ago.
refers to herself.
Come on, but yeah,
Put
the
your
clap
butt
going
into it.
slowly.
Slow clap.
Just everyone's leaving. She can't hit a home run. Guys, if I can get a home run, this restaurant's going under. How the hell do you figure that's gonna work? It doesn't make any sense.
There's a big bet
Like,
Ah,
it's like
from a
big,
Japanese investor.
yeah, interesting. Like,
hmm.
I hope you don't hit it out because I'd hate for you to lose your business. Like, are you
Shohei
threatening me?
Ohtani?
I don't know.
No. Is a translator.
Look at the mustache. It's translated.
Hmm. Oh, Big Deb.
Yeah.
Big
I can
Deb.
picture her. I can picture
And on, yeah. She spits in her hands so much. She's not even swinging a bat. She's just constantly
barbecue. Yeah,
spitting in her
barbecue.
hands.
She spits
Yeah.
barbecue sauce. Let me just.
Yeah.
She's like Pecos Bill. Spits barbecue sauce? And crabs, whatever. Crabs Gold Bars. Is this a real person? Nah, that's just made
Yeah, I
up.
grew up on Tales of Big Deb.
She dragged the Rio Gamma dragging a bat behind her. That's not true. None of that's true. Beat John Henry in an arm wrestling match. None of this is true. None of this is true.
Yeah.
Big Deb.
And then she subbed in for Babe Ruth and knocked 2 homers with 1 swing of the bat. Huh?
I can't do that. Invented the sky hook. She did not. Everything.
And was really good at math. It was
Changed the
really
way
good
we
at STEM as well. You know, and people didn't
Mhm.
think that she could do that. Huh? Are you trying to get a message into this?
Like she shattered gender norms. I don't understand anything that's happening right now.
This was
She
fun,
was-
and then it became unfun.
It became weird. She was 6'8" if she was an inch. She wasn't that tall. There's never been a woman anywhere near that tall. Big Deb. She's big. All right. And you could blame her, also blame her for anything. It's the rain. Oh, Big Deb must have sneezed. It's raining. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's disgusting. That's gross, man.
Yeah. When I sneeze, you'll know it. I believe you, Big Deb.
Yeah, Big Deb.
I believe you, Big Deb. We all believe you. Hey, it's cool, Big. We all believe you. We all believe you.
Big Deb, have you been
Backing up, hands in the
drinking?
air.
Y'all want to see how a real woman has explosive diarrhea? No. No.
No. Where's that shotgun sound coming from? Oh,
Why
God.
can't I find a man? Big Deb.
Big Deb, I have a couple of reasons. All your legendary
We
exploits.
just thought, Big Deb, we thought you were okay. Yeah, we can find you a man. I just thought maybe we'll cut this last part out.
Yeah.
He was totally a lesbian, Danny. But I don't know why you. I'll cut it out. Don't
Wow. Maybe that taught me a lesson.
I learned something else I hate about myself. All right. Great.